Nathan got home from his mission and hoped he'd find a bride. And it really wasn't happening down at BYUI. His calculating mind began to plan.
Pretty soon I'm back in Calgary. I think I'll check out Kimberly.
And this, my friends, is how it all began. He got on his cell phone and said,
Mom, please find out when she gets home, 'cause right when she gets back from Temple Square, I will be there, and if I dare, I'll go for Kimberly. I'm thinking about Kimberly. I've thought now for quite a while. She's a girl with style.
Even Dad says she's a catch. There's a few girls that can compare, and with curly hair,
it would be a perfect match. Oh yes, Kimberly. I'm checking out Kimberly.
that girl you've known all your life just might be your wife.
But planning is the key. When she is off her mission, I'll be dating Kimberly.
Months later, mission finished, Kim was back in Calgary. Nathan had decided now just what his action plan would be. There's the temple celebration, we will both be ushers there. That's the time to get things started, really there's no time to spare. Nathan called and asked if she would like to go to lunch with him. Had a million questions that he thought he'd like to ask this Kim. Wow, this girl can talk, thought he, she really is a lot of fun. Ask about her mission and the conversation's never done. Off to the corral they went in crisp white shirts and cowboy hats. Nathan kept on asking questions, always searching for more facts. It was quite a celebration, tears welled up, they almost cried. But the main sensation was the pounding of the hearts inside. Next Wednesday night, 'twas Halloween. A big group was hitting the haunted house scene. Meet at the church promptly at 6. That was the plan, but Nathan had tricks.
If I got there late, this could be a date. I'll stop and get some gas so the group can't wait.
Nathan's trick had worked. They were all alone. The two of them were driving to that haunted home.
Had to stand in line for an hour or two. Kimberly came up with crazy things to do. Had some cans for food donations. Dozen silly games were born. Nathan's heart was whirling while Kimberly was twirling on canned corn.
They had so much fun, neither one could wait for the time when they would share another date.
Went to Wreck-It Ralph on the Friday night. Longed to hold her hand, but arms were folded tight.
Still too fresh home from the mission.
Gonna have to wait a while. How soon after the mission is holding hands and kissing back in style? Slightly wounded, Nathan was discouraged, still determined. He went forth with courage, swallowed up his pride, asked her to a fireside. He was certain that the topic was a perk. She won't miss a talk on missionary work. Though the speaker was excellent, Nate's mind was gone, analyzing just what he ought to do. Is the time right for me to hold her hand? I don't want to seem clumsy, stiff, or planned. Gently grasping, Nathan reached and pressed it, softly clasping. Kim did not protest it. Nathan's heart took flight. Kim's response had been just right, and they both were filled with wonder and delight. It turned out to be a simply perfect night.
That night on they got together almost every day. They didn't want to take a chance that things might fade away. He was a little worried when she went to Mexico. How can I devise a plan to make this romance grow?
So he sent lists of questions with the help of old Facebook, and she was fascinated. Every day she'd take a look. While lying on a hammock with a gorgeous ocean view, she would answer everyone and then she'd write some too.
A spunky, sparkly girl who's fond of constant conversation. A handsome, quiet man who favors thoughtful contemplation. Some folks thought that they were an unlikely combination, but more and more there seemed to be a mutual adoration.
Um-diddle-diddle-um-diddle-I, um-diddle-diddle-um-diddle-I.
When she got home, he came right over for a movie night. He put his arm around her and she snuggled in so tight. And that made it official, there was no more lying low. Next day at church, he cuddled her so every boy would know.
A spunky, sparkly girl who's filled of constant conversation. A handsome, quiet man who favors thoughtful contemplation. Some folks thought that they were an unlikely combination, but more and more there seemed to be a mutual adoration.
It was a wonderful December, laden with loads of things to do.
A trip down to Whitefish fulfilled Nathan's big wish that Kim could learn to snowboard too. It was a month that they'd remember, so many good times to review.
But the clock was running, the time was coming
When she'd return to BYU, ahead was looming potential doom.
How could he make sure that he would be her groom? Yes, it was a wonderful December, but in a few days it would be through.
Oh, how he fretted that day so dreaded,
when she'd return to BYU. 4 hours away at BYUI.
Would he have power to thwart the other guy?
Yes, sir. So long, you wonderful December. It's time to bid a fond adieu. Let's hope persistence will conquer long distance when we are back at BYU. Guess I'm going to ride each week to BYU. You sure can bet I'm not giving up yet, gonna see things through. Yes, I'm willing to ride, the choice is not that tough. 200 miles to see that smile hardly seems enough. So the next 5 months I took those trips, and it was all worth it when I kissed those lips. We'd have a great companionship if and you would say I do. Will she ever decide? I wondered patiently. That here with me is the place she should be for all eternity. Then one night, the answer came. Nathan and Kim were on the sofa playing games, while on the stove their dinner cooked. Every 2 minutes she was jumping up to look. And then she said, she said,
it would be nice if I just had one of those cookers for the rice.
And Nathan joked,
just marry me, and I will buy you a rice cooker, wait and see. Gone were the weeks of doubting, suddenly a warmth swelled up inside.
Nathan, I feel like shouting, 'cause I know for certain that I want to be your bride.
when Nathan got
Such a surprise.
up off the floor,
Well, bless my soul.
they spoke of things they'd never spoken of before.
She's so peculiar.
And soon he knelt on bended knee and asked if by her side forever she would be. And she agreed to be with him eternally.
pearls you'd entwine. But really, it's not monumental. It's just till the end of time.
You both look grand sitting there side by side.
Curly-haired groom,
Curly-haired bride.
Kimberly's beautiful, all dressed in white. And Nathan's big smile says it the best. The plans that he planned were all a success. 'Cause Kimberly Ann said yes.
You are love here in my arms, where you belong, and here you will stay. I'll not let you away. I'll walk day after day with you.
Spring, what of romance unfurled? You taught me to see